and he was critical of J.D. Vance. And then what happened? J.D. Vance visits him, and not long afterwards, him dead. Why? Bafuka, Beme, dead. Illuminati! And we're back. I'm Nabil Abdulrashid, and this is Nabil Knows, where we give you the biggest, the largest takes on stories in the news and just, the ethers. So, here we go. Surprise, surprise, America has decided that Ibrahim Traoré is a threat to Africa. What threatening things has Ibrahim done? Well, let's see. He's created jobs in Africa. No good. He's made healthcare free in Africa. No good. Oh, what's that? He's increased their GDP. No good. He's brought down infantile mortality rates. No good. This guy has shown that every other president in Africa is just wicked, because what he's done with Burkina Faso, a country that, to be honest, was never even relevant to me, even when I was growing up in Africa. We used to joke and call it Bikini Fatso. That's all the relevance Burkina Faso had to me. This guy has now put that country on the map, and in that time there have been 18 counted foiled attempts on his life. I wonder who by. Well, now we know, because in the same week we had rumors a melanin deficient person was caught trying to bribe his bodyguard with $11 million allegedly, right? This is the rumor. And his bodyguard actually was a solid guy, because instead of taking the money, he set up this non-African, had the whole army get the drop on him, and there's videos of some non-Africans or non-indigens of the African continent being arrested in Burkina Faso, which is a common pattern we've seen. We had similar situation. I think it was a Frenchman was caught delivering weapons to Boko Haram in Nigeria, in the border between Nigeria and Niger. We've had similar instances in Congo, again, where foreign influences have been caught. And a lot of the time, Francophone foreign influences. See, I always tell you, I don't like French people. If you are from France, I don't like you. I don't care. Say, I don't like Gérard Depardieu. I don't like no French people. Who's famous that's French? Anybody know a famous French person? I don't like French people. Their language sucks. Look at every country that's been ruled over by France or Belgium. Look at the state that they're in. Look at Congo. Look at Rwanda. Look what happens. These people, the French language is like a curse. English is bad too. As soon as a country in Africa does well, problems come. When Somalia stabilized for like a week, they get shelled by some European powers, and all of a sudden they're back in disarray. Nigeria cleared its debts. Not long afterwards, what happens? Boko Haram comes back with a vengeance, carrying American issue weapons. Now we have the same thing in Burkina Faso. This guy does great things, stabilizes the country, stops the illegal mining of raw gold from his country to Europe. All of a sudden, we've got ISIS militants going into Burkina Faso to try and kill him. Libya is fucking selling slaves. They're enslaving people. That's not a threat to African security. But Bikini Faso, the little country that sounds like SpongeBob SquarePants, lives there. That's who you want to go and invade. Gaza is being destroyed by the day. You don't want to do anything about that. But it's Bikini Faso. Come on, man. I might have been born yesterday, but I got up very early in the morning. These guys aren't even pretending anymore. This is why when people say go back to Africa, I'm like, well, even if I do, you're not going to leave me alone. We can't even rule ourselves in peace. You think we want to be here? We have the sun and thing. We don't want to be here. But what do you want? They police the population in Africa. They want it reduced. Okay, they police how we're governed. They don't let us to be stable. What do you want? Then you complain. Because watch, if America goes and bombs Burkina Faso now, and then a bunch of Burkinabe people start coming to America and France because their country has been destroyed, the same people sending soldiers to go and bomb these countries will complain about immigration. Conclave was a great movie. I'm a guy that likes action, not dialogue. But Conclave was brilliant. Predominantly dialogue-driven movie, very little action, but still a great thriller, great drama. It was really good. And in it, the Pope dead. Not long after it's been released, the Pope dead. Isn't that interesting? The controversy surrounding is this. The Pope, like most sensible human beings, spoke out against what is happening in Gaza. I'm not saying it's a genocide, but it is. Now, the Pope spoken out against what's happening in Gaza. He was very critical of it because it does. And also, please, before you guys come here, it's not even a Muslim Christian thing, okay? The Pope, how much more Christian does it get? Spoke out against Gaza because Christians are being killed there too. It doesn't matter, even if it was atheists being killed. A life is a life. And whoever kills one person kills the whole of mankind. And whoever saves one person, it's as if they saved the whole of mankind. Pope spoke out. He used his power to speak out against what's happening. And he was critical of J.D. Vance. And then what happened? J.D. Vance visits him, and not long afterwards, him dead. Why? Bafuka, Beme, dead. Illuminati! I'm sorry, yeah, but come on. Like, the only thing messed up here is, maybe he should have died before Conclave. It would have helped. How crazy is that? People always say that Hollywood predicts what's happening, right? So, like, come on. Like, you can't tell me that you don't see the connection, right? Again, my condolences to any of my Catholic followers, if I have any. I mean, I myself am vested heavily in your major competitor, but a death is still a death. And he meant a lot to a lot of people. It'll be interesting to see who becomes the next pope, because that could have a heavy hand in Western politics as well, as a large portion of the right wing in the world is Catholic. Recently, even the right wing, a lot of the more religious section of the right wing, have started to see the truth about what's happening in Gaza. So at this point, though, we have to start seeing that as people of faith, our connection to God and the spiritual should be individual, because the leaders of our faiths are all compromised at this point. You've got politicians who are scared to speak out. You've got celebrities who are scared to speak out. But the Pope, actually, in his position of authority and power, he could have, because the world is still quite divided on this. I'm not sure how, but some people are evil. The Pope spoke out against this without fear of repercussion. And in fact, it was the last thing he spoke of before his passing. So I invite all my Catholic friends and followers to think about this. The Pope probably knew that his days were numbered, and he chose to speak out about this major injustice before he went. Also, it's interesting. I wonder who's going to be Pope next. I wonder if there's going to be like a whole conspiracy and, watch Conclave. I don't want to give any spoilers, but, hopefully a Nigerian wins. Jeremy Hunt and a bunch of Tories have been charged with doing some shady shit. Wow! What a surprise. Are you surprised, Frankie?
I'm not surprised.
Wow. Even Frankie knew. Even Frankie's not surprised. And this is a guy that goes through life very surprised, generally speaking. I don't even know what that means. I just love fucking with Frankie. I missed him. So I'm glad that he's here, even though he's French. Are you French, Frankie?
I'm not French.
You see, that's a key. French people, they lie. They know we're onto them now. A bunch of Tories were placing bets on when general elections would be held, and they've been charged with that because apparently that's illegal. Politicians should only be allowed to gamble with our futures. Everything else is absolutely fine. They can embezzle money, not build houses they were supposed to build, even lie to get their agendas pushed. That's absolutely fine. But betting about when the next person may or may not get their turn to do so is completely immoral. I mean, they've been charged, but I bet. That they're not going to get any serious punishments for it. What are they going to do? Get fined? Well, might be worth it depending on how much money they make from the said bets. So now, if you're really rich, you can pay for the world's most expensive Uber ride out of the atmosphere. And then they came down talking as if they'd done it. It was the first ever all-women space mission. Yeah!
1, 2, 3, take up space!
We had before this Russian woman and an American woman who trained for years and manned a spacecraft into space, was there for over 100 and something days and came back. That was true science. Now you've basically got microwave space mission. Like, what contribution have they made? What contribution has Katy Perry made to the world that she gets to go to space and now come back down and be like, oh, she feels that she's done a massive thing for. What massive thing have you done? You've done nothing. You're just rich and you paid a Nazi to put you in a rocket and fire you into space. And yes, I just called Elon Musk a Nazi.
It was Jeff Bezos. Musk was too busy firing people.
Oh, sorry, it was Jeff Bezos. So it was the pedophile, not the Nazi. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Wow, what a family tree. That just, a pedophile and a Nazi, that just sounds like the two most famous people from Austria. To be honest, I'm not even sure if we actually, listen, don't judge me. I'm not even sure if we actually have ever even been on the moon. Because I don't know. I used to think people that didn't agree with that were crazy. But if you watch Neil Armstrong's, there was wind on the moon. The flag was waving. How? And who's the anonymous cameraman that they just left there when they came back? And also, they did this at a time when most cars didn't have air conditioning or power windows. And cell phones weren't a thing. But they were able to broadcast from space clear. Have you tried to watch boxing on DAZN recently? That shit is glitchy as hell. But we could watch Neil Armstrong in space. I think Yuri Gagarin went to space. The Russians did it very. But these guys turned up and they're like, oh yeah, when we get to space, we're going to put a flag into the... How did the flag stay in the ground? What? How? Why didn't the flag just float off after they impaled? Even if it's really heavy, there's no gravity in space. I think it's all a genjutsu. Nothing is real. Even these women, if you watch it, it almost looks like AI. I don't know. I don't trust it. Fire for it. What next? What are we going to do next? Huh? We're going to send flipping Andrew Tate into the lowest level of the sea. Actually, that might be a good idea. Just see him arguing with... What color is your Bugatti? I can survive water pressure. Gambian brother Paapa Essiedu has been cast as Snape in the series, the Harry Potter series. All the former 4chan bros, the gooners, the guys that use Pepe the Frog online because they're too pussy even online to just be straight up racist and show their face. Those guys are butthurt saying, no, Snape is meant to be. Snape is not a real character. I don't even think there's a description of him in the books. And even if there is, there's a description of Jesus in the Bible and you still cast him as some surfer dude. So it's some white guy. Like, this is what I don't get. They can show Noah as white, Australian accent. They can cast Jesus as a guy who's never tanned in his life. Moses, flipping, they make him look like a member of the Bee Gees. But a character that's not real gets cast as a black person. And these guys get so butthurt. You think Jimmy Savile was running a workshop. Nah, I'm sorry, we're not having it. Deal with it. Think about it. How are you going to have a program about witchcraft and voodoo and there's not a single black person? Come on, man. Come on. These guys will get so upset. Don't you have anything better to do than cry all the time? You can have Tarzan as a white man. Nobody complains. In a few years, they'll probably have Leonardo DiCaprio playing Malcolm X and tell us that it's legit. We don't complain. And I mean, the thing is this, right? We all know that you guys love watching black men and their magic wands in different types of programs. So why is it a big deal when you see them in Harry Potter? Casting spells. Erectilio. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for coming in. What do you think? Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy? Did someone kill the Pope? Or was it just natural and I'm just, making something out of nothing? Do you think Ibrahim Traoré is going to live to the end of this year? What do you think? Do you think he really is a risk to Africa? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, tell your mom, your dad, your uncle, your auntie them. It's been great. Thank you very much. Also, guys, as you may or may not know, I am still on the road bringing my show Urban Batuta to venues quite possibly near you. We have some dates right now in the UK. This is the first leg. We're going to have some more dates. Check out my website, nabilabdulrashid.com, to see if I'm in a city or a town or a village near you. And don't worry, I'm going international this year too. More on that to be confirmed.